seems like one of the major themes or pieces of discourse right now in psychotherapeutic training, psychotherapeutic TikTok, is emotional regulation, nervous system regulation, and affect regulation. And I just wanted to take a minute to deconstruct the idea of regulation and who's defining regulation, like where do we even get that idea? And to notice that in the background, we're also talking about how banks need to be regulated and that there's a lot of capitalistic notions around the idea of regulation as a whole. And the fact that we've bought into this term regulation so wholesale as a field really concerns me. And I am also concerned about who gets to define what regulation is and to what extent regulation is a white supremacist idea. I also want to say that it is very, quote unquote, regulated for somebody to be freaking out entirely when the world around them is burning down and when every law seems to be being passed in the service of making your existence impossible, and making your survival dangerous. There's no reason to seem regulated. A regulated response to that is one that's congruent with the material that's actually occurring. So if you're screaming or yelling or feeling depressed or need to run or need to hide or don't know how to connect, that's not dysregulated. That's congruent with what's actually occurring. And all of these tools about like how to regulate are these ideas that like somehow inside of oneself, you could separate yourself from the environment around you and find some sort of tool that would regulate you in a way that would suggest that we don't live contextually and in a system that's functioning to oppress us and silence us. And that mental health itself is playing a part in doing that by obsessively talking about regulatory processes around emotion.